So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Ryuf, and this will turn out to be the last part of my sorcerer rotation guide. I, I don't know why I'm saying rotation when it's just a PvE guide. My bad, I'm retarded. Whatever. So the thing that we're gonna be covering here is going to be nothing more and nothing less than how do I play the class inside of a real boss fight instead of just, you know, doing some fence abuse in TR normal. So what I'm gonna be showing you guys is especially the repositioning of myself as a sorcerer, and most importantly, how do I deal with my rotation every time that I have to move. So let's get going. Basically, as you might be able to see, the main reason for me to be doing the sorcerer is to be focusing as hard as I can on resetting my hailstorm. The reason to do that is, as I said in my first video, this skill is waifu, since it's just gonna be on the floor, dealing damage. It might not be as many damage you might be thinking, but actually it's a lot of damage if you get to see at the final results. So yeah, that's the reason why you're gonna be using that. As you can see here, I did mention that you have to abuse Ward Barrier. The reason why you're abusing it is because this skill will allow you to be standing in the same spot, DPSing, without having you to do nothing more and nothing less than just use your skills, without any worry in the war. Now though, there could be moments such as I did back there, that I popped my Ward Barrier way too fast. I think that it was like a perfect timing, but I didn't want to risk it. So it's better to just, play safe than play dead. Now here, I think that I just gave you the perfect example of why did I focus on using Glacial Retreat as my main repositioning skill, since it'll be for the simple fact that, especially in this boss, after he does that mechanic, you may be able to get close to him, and depending if he does the outer area or the inner area, you might be able to iframe the inner damage that you can face tank, but please don't be an ass and give your healer more job than she have to already. Or you could just reach faster and deal DPS. In the end, the result is gonna be the same. Just that, of course, you're gonna be risking yourself a bit. I could have risked, since I know this healer and I can trust her since she's already skilled in this dungeon, and also as using healing classes overall. So I don't really need to be like, is she gonna suck, is she gonna not? She's fine. So there's really nothing to complain about. Now, as for some moments that you're gonna find yourself in quite a shit pickle, you might get to know that you need to time out everything perfect. And when I say time out everything perfect, I mean in such things as this. You might want to time everything, and by the way, as you can see, I'm not using meteor sometimes. And the reason behind that is because I'd rather not use my meteor strike without a crit power link. I could possibly use Nova and crit my meteor, or try to crit meteor, but I really wouldn't want to, risk that, because it could completely mess up my entire rotation. And I just rather to ring some damage because of some bad positioning or something that happened, than, well, just gamble it and losing more than what I'm gaining. So keep all of those important facts in mind, people, since it could turn out that you might be in this kind of situations, which is most likely for sorcerers to be in these kind of situations, due to there could be some moments at the beginning of the fight when the tank can hold the aggro, since it's the early burst, and Brawlers won't be able to have the Growing Fury, or Lancers won't have their Hold the Line stacks, or Warrior, which I don't know what to say about Warrior, and I won't even mention Circle, since those are a myth. But yeah, with that, I think that I have explained everything about my gameplay, my movesets, my everything, and now I'm gonna be telling you why you should choose Sorcerer as a DPS. So if you want to choose Sorcerer, it's because you like to see constant sustained damage and also big burst damage. With the fact of being able to have some lot of fluidity, since you might be able to use some lot of skills and you don't actually need to depend on a chain to be forced to use this skill. Like your biggest chain, but it's because of common sense. If you actually want to DPS good, is to chain Arcane Pulse or Nova into Meteor Strike, just because you want the crit. Now you're not forced to use that though. You could just skip it or do whatever you want with it. So yeah, the main reasons to choose Sorcerer is because of that. You could also be a a casting class, and as I said before, a sustained class. Since you have your casting abilities, you have your pretty quick casting abilities. Honestly, I didn't know how to explain that. As I said, I'm retarded. But yeah, that's basically what you should keep in mind about playing the sorcerer. Also, you have a pretty good mobility. In case that the boss seems to be turning around a lot, that's gonna be something that you will really enjoy. Now, the bad thing about sorcerer that you might not like is that if you want sorcerer to be working like pretty fine, you will shamefully need to build yourself like a lot into getting some sort of gears, as usually be the accessories, unless daylight accessories. And you could also be using some other stuff that might not be completely important, but you will need it, such as etching glyphs. If you want to keep a constant crit factor, so you might be able to be critting whenever you're playing with a priest. Because if you have a mystic, then that could be some sort of, a saving bread for you to be playing on and whatnot. But honestly, what really matters and what's really depressing of Sorcerer is if somebody steals aggro at the beginning of the fight, your early burst is gonna be horrible, since your meteor is most likely to only hit a frontal damage instead of being hitting from behind. And by the time that you are moving to the back of the boss, the other DPS is gonna be funding himself. Oh shit, I screwed with Arcane Pulse. But whatever. As I said, your other DPS might be already finding his way behind the boss. And you ain't gonna be able to, use your skills the way that you're meant to be using them. But with that said, I think that I've already covered the important things to know about Sorcerer. There are some one and another things that you might gonna keep in mind whenever you're playing the class, but those are not like completely essential for everyone to know, or for being able to hold on yourself with the class. The class is pretty entertaining as if you may not be the best damager, but you are indeed gonna have a hell lot of a fun time complaining about your crit rate. And trust me, you are going to complain a lot about your crit rate. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I will just cut the video, but hey, this might not be the best run or whatever, but let's just keep it to the end. So for whenever fail that happens, you guys might be aware, and you might see that I didn't have backstab on cooldown. Whatever. Oh yeah, there's something that I might try to get a chance to do in here. I need to show you guys something really important about mana boost. For whenever you are playing with a pretty high DPS group, which this is not the best example to be honest, but it's still something. And it's that there are some certain moments that you might want to be popping your mana boost whenever the boss is enraged, but you might wanna do maths. And yeah, there's something in there. Good thing that I decided to stay. And it's that there will be moments when you might wanna prioritize Meteor, of course. So the boss is gonna be moving, and that'll make you to just pop up your arcane pulse without any charge. Like just use it to get the extra crit factor, and with that you might be able to crit your meteor, helping you to keep the crit going and flowing. But I will see if I get the perfect chance to show you what I want to show you guys. Because there's the blood loss effect in these bosses, and what I'm really curious that I wanna like show you is that according to the less HP that the boss have, you can make sure that you're gonna be bursting in harder. So you're gonna calculate by the time that the boss is gonna be enraged. You don't need a mod like the one that I'm using to check whenever the boss is gonna go enrage on the UI, as you can see at the HP bar above the boss. But what's really like, you know, the objective behind all of this? It's to be aware of your HP bar, I mean of the boss HP bar. You know, I'm screwing it up. Now I guess that you guys might have been wondering why didn't I pop Meteor by the side of the boss? And why didn't I just know about that? Well, as we can see, the run isn't going perfectly smooth. So to me in this kind of situation, since I'm not into DPS hungry mode or whatnot, I'd rather not, you know, risk it or gamble it and let the healer have it easier for the perfect moment. So if I get the chance, I'm gonna show you what I meant about using mana boost before enrage, which I won't because the boss is about to enrage soon enough. Because of what I said before, the blood loss effect. And actually I just got shield carried in there. If we don't wipe by any means, that was close. But whatever. The thing is that there will be moments when you're gonna be popping your mana boost, like some 2% of the boss HP, like 2% for him to enrage, you're gonna be popping your mana boost. For the simple fact that you might wanna be, oh fuck, no. That you might wanna get your mana boost the full time of the next enrage. Since Meteor, Nova, Arcane Pulse and Void Pulse do suffer of the blood loss effect. So you might wanna get your extra damage buff so you could do more damage when your skills are even dealing more damage due to the HP of the boss. If I didn't get myself to understand, I really won't blame you since I suck explaining that kind of things. But hey, there's a reason why this is called a meme guide. I'm not exactly the serious kind of players that you might be expecting to be doing the best job ever. I'm more like the kind of guys that get fired from Walmart for being, you know, the worst employee ever. But yeah, with that said and with that demonstration on a fight, I guess that you guys get to know how things are settled for a sorcerer point of view. I'll actually apologize if this is not the point of view that you guys were expecting, but you will honestly not have the best runs always. There will be moments when someone will screw it up. It could be you, it could be the healer, it could be the tank, it doesn't matter who it could be, but somebody's gonna screw it eventually. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This will be the end to my sorcerer guide. If you have, as always, any question, just let me know in the comment section below. And hope you all guys have a nice day and see you on the next time. Why did I thought that typing drop will stop the video anyways?